Hello, hello, hello. And I think we've got everybody here. Welcome, welcome. I know that this week StreamYard gave us permission. Evidently, they worked something out with Instagram so that we can stream directly to Instagram. I've been doing two cameras. So hopefully everybody is here. So welcome to those of you who are on Facebook, those of you who are on LinkedIn, you're welcome. All of you who are on YouTube, welcome. For those of you who are seeing this on Twitter or Periscope, welcome, as well as Instagram. So let's jump right in today into our topic, because I know you've been waiting for it. So here it is. All right. And so, whoa, hit my camera there. There we go. Back in the right place, I think so. About breaking is work-life balance really achievable? Well, it's time to really break the truth. Work-life balance is not about dividing equal. So that's what we're delving into Carter.com. And my mission is to empower stressed, busy professional women just like you to overcome imposter syndrome, that self-criticism, as well as doubt, so that you find peace of mind. I got to try. You still way over there, right? So to really help you again, really over criticism and doubt, so that you can find peace of mind. You know, your this and working with me one-on-one. Actually, check out my VIP career service is right down there. I come over to my comments because to ask questions as we're online here. Here's a news flash, right? What we've really come here to talk about. Work-life balance is not about reaching a destination, right? It is a continuous journey. So let me say that again. Work-life balance is not going, I got it. I achieved, on December 20th at 8 o'clock this morning. I achieved work-life balance. I got it done. I'm finished. It's a wrap. I'm good forevermore. No, work-life balance isn't a destination. It is a journey, right? And so when you hear people say that, oh, it's just a myth, this is where a lot of women miss the boat, and why work-life balance seems like myth, like it's a fairy tale, because they think it's a destination, and once you got it, you got it. It really isn't. Okay. It really is about finding harmony and fulfillment in both your personal life and your professional life. Right. And so if you want to look at it, I always like to use this analogy. If you remember being a kid, not balanced. Oh, my my feet blinked. I'm not sure what's there. Hopefully everybody back. Sometimes you were up, sometimes you down. You were kind of even. And so if you want to, where life happens, and it's all about life. And there's sometimes where work gets busy and it's work. The goal is to never let it just be about work, or never let it be so much about life that it affects your work and you get fired. You can't afford the lifestyle that you want, right? So that would be bad. That would be really bad. So instead of chasing a perfect balance, focus on prioritizing your time and your energy. Set clear boundaries. Be really it's about that the priority. Now I know some caught up and we make work the priority, but that's not about really do. Remember that your personal life deserves as much attention professional to rest, recharge, and nurture all of the relationships that bring you joy. Engage in activities that outside of be about work. And to that end, for you to enhance. All right. And so the first one is all about creative visualization and mindful dreaming. Sure, some of you may say visualization, mental rehearsals, all of those terms actually apply. And this is where we're encouraging the practice of visualizing an ideal work life balance scenario in a relaxed state, maybe before you go to sleep. And this is about hypnosis to psychology, and it allows beyond the constraints of, well, my job is this busy, I have to do this, and well, I've got kids, I have this, I'm taking care of my mom, I'm taking care of my aunt, and I'm taking care of my grandmother, right? So you want to imagine the possibilities beyond the constraints of the daily grind. Visualizing yourself in a harmonious work-life balance can set the stage for real life changes and decision making, right? It is about that mental rehearsal. What are you looking for? What is your goal? Because if you don't attend and be intentional, the personal life will run off and leave everything, or that professional life will take off and leave everything. But if you do mindfulness, mindful dreaming, and be intentional about what it is that you want, it is very effective. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is doing those intentional unplugging retreats. Now I know when we talk retreats, sometimes we're talking a weekend, sometimes we're talking a week-long retreat. If you're lucky, it could be 2 weeks. Well, the retreat is like what you decide it is, right? This is about scheduling regular unplugging retreats where you let go of your tech completely, right? Just let it go. Set it aside for a while, be it 4 hours, 8 hours, the entire weekend. Your choice. Whatever it is, just be intentional about it. Okay. These retreats can be spent, spending time in nature. I know in Japan, doctors for a while have prescribed nature, or go out and sit in nature because it does help with stress. And being in nature helps with anxiety. Spending time in nature helps with depression as well. All right. And so again, doing these retreats, you can spend time in nature, you can spend time practicing mindfulness, or just engaging in the activities that really rejuvenate your. If you do sculpting, or you just like to write, or just simply sit in silence, right? That silence thing, right? This helps to reset the mind as well as reduce stress and that constant have that often comes when we're in those high pressure positions, those jobs. It's when, what, I have two tablets and an iPhone and an Android. That's a lot of connectivity. So you do need that time. And so Lee says conversation to show there. It is Lee. So do you have experience, Lee, with mindful dreaming? They're both really good. I actually walk my clients through this. It's a part of my career coaching, and especially for folks that are looking for their purpose or they're looking for their passion and they're trying to get back to it, they're not sure how. So let me know, Lee, if you've done the visualization as well as the unplugging. Do you disconnect from your tech, and how often do you disconnect from your tech? Okay. I'll be looking for your answer over there in the comments. All right. So that intentional unplugging retreats, that was number two. Number three, cultural immersion as self-care. So for those of you who love traveling in, ooh, that's me. I'm planning a trip to Japan and to Korea and to Thailand. I'm gonna come back through Doha, right? Love traveling, you know, and I'm also a foodie. So if you love to travel and you're a foodie, integrating cultural immersion into self-care can be profoundly enriching. And that's what I plan on doing, right? I'm not client facing that week. I'll be coming, dropping in live at different times, but it is about immersing in those cultures to see how they do what they do. So you don't have to plan a 3-week trip like I'm doing. Maybe you can plan a weekend, a 24-hour trip or a 40-hour trip or go somewhere for the day, right? Plan short trips or even local experiences that immerse you in different cultures. And this not only provides a refreshing break from work, but also broadens your perspective and enhances creative thinking. Who doesn't need that, right? Which can be beneficial in problem solving and leadership. It's about really letting your mind free flow. I know a lot of us think that we're our most productive when we're in flow and we're concentrating. Actually, as human beings, we are way more creative when our minds are free flowing. Just nothing in particular. You're not trying to focus on anything. You just let your mind have the space to go. You'll be surprised at how creative you are. Anybody ever had the experience when you were working on something? I used to do this all the time at HUD, intensely working on, looking at data, analyzing data, and just could not come up with the answer and make it work. And I would get frustrated. I would get up and walk away from my desk. And like 5 to 7 minutes into that walk, the answer would come. Because why? Let your brain get that break in free flow. Immerse yourself in culture and you're doing that free flow for the mind, both beneficial. So that is number three. Now, number four is something that I call aqua meditation or water therapy, because we know aqua is water, agua. If you're trying to learn Spanish too, got a lot of things on my plate that I enjoy. But learning Spanish is one of those. Now, if you're like me, I have a deep connection with water. I love water. I have no idea if there's anything to do with me being born in January. I'm Aquarius, but I have love water always, and I didn't grow up near it. I just fell in love with water. Right. Incorporating water elements into meditation and therapy sessions, well, coaching therapy sessions can be uniquely beneficial. Self-care, right? Water can be so beneficial. Or if you live by the beach, or even water-based techniques like floating therapy. Because I have a hot tub, I like to just hop in that hot tub after a cold walk and warm up and just be in the water. And here's the thing: if you're like me, I grew up in Alabama, so I was landlocked. It's like the center of Alabama. There wasn't oceans and those kinds of things nearby. But you can also have pictures. Like right now, I'm looking at two pictures. I have my laptop set up on two screens. So one of them are the little huts that's over the water. When you go over to, you say, yeah, Thailand in that area where they have the huts of the water. So that's what I'm looking at over here. It's beautiful blue, right? And then over here, I have a picture of a beach and the ocean waves are coming up on the beach. So here's the thing: you can walk next to the water, or you can actually have pictures up of the water, and it's just as beneficial, right? It's just as beneficial. So when we're talking about water therapy, there's a number of ways you can do that, right? Even taking a shower, taking those long showers or those baths, depending on where you are, and whether or not you're supposed to be conserving water. You got to take that into consideration, right? The soothing properties of water can aid in reducing anxiety and just fostering a sense of peace. Anybody love to hear the pitter patter of rain? Like last Friday when it poured down rain, I'm in Maryland, back in Maryland, and I opened up my window and it was just heavenly hearing that water fall. That's a part of, again, aqua meditation or water therapy. All right. Now, number five, the last one is, you probably heard it before, but it's volunteering in unfamiliar things. that you would normally volunteer in. And so it's not just about volunteering in your comfort zone, but volunteer outside of your comfort zone. Engage in volunteer work in areas that are completely unrelated to your professional life. This can offer a refreshing perspective as well as help you break free of the routine stresses of work. Volunteering can also be a grounding experience, man, on what you're doing, and it reminds you of the broader picture of life and fosters a sense of community and connection. And I say outside of your comfort zone because outside of your comfort zone is where you grow. You're not going to grow inside of that comfort zone, right? And so each of these methods, again, they're unusual. You may not have heard of them before, but they're really great, effective ways to engage in self care. Because work life balance isn't a destination, it is a constant journey. A constant journey of what? A constant journey of self care, self reflection, introspection. That's how we do self care. That's how we get the work life balance, right? Because once you do that and you take care of yourself, you're way more grounded. Your relationships are healthier. You have more peace of mind. For you. So I don't know if it's my internet blinking or not. I'll see what's up with, right? Again, each of these methods offer a unique approach, achieving a more balanced lifestyle, catering to your spiritual well-being, right? Especially, this is so important for professional women because research showed, and we found out during COVID, that Black